Tim in Walthamstow, I am black, my brother is a police officer. This 50-50 quota will not work. How do you think it will work? It's going to create more problems in the police. This is the idea of a sort of positive discrimination from Sir Bernard Hogan-Howe.
Well, listen, I just want to say, Bernard, I've got a huge respect for, and I think he's doing a blinding job at the moment.
Do you really?
I do, yeah. And
it's described as chaotic by that panel of MPs.
You can come back to that if you want. Let's talk about this issue now. Tim, what we've got to do, as I've said when I was elected in 2008, is get a police force that looks like London, that actively commands confidence of the city because of the way it's composed. Now,
why?
Because I think it would help.
Why will it be a better police?
Because I think it would more faithfully reflect the communities it serves, and it's just an observation.
That makes it better.
It would certainly command more confidence, and I think it would be even better at bringing down crime. And it is, by the way, doing a fantastic job. The police are doing a fantastic job in that respect. Tim, what Bernard is arguing is that in Northern Ireland, they had to change the complexion of the police very, very quickly. And they had a system, as I understand, I'm going to get this roughly right. They said, we'll go 1-1-1-1, we'll go Catholic, Protestant, until they built up a sense of parity. And what he's saying is that the normal processes of recruitment that we've tried, and we have increased the numbers of black and minority ethnic officers in certainly in the PCs, PCSOs, and police constables. The numbers are going up, the proportions are going up, but they're not going up very fast, and they're not yet anything like the proportion in London as a whole. So Bernard is saying, well, why don't we do something like what we did in Northern Ireland? And at the moment, I've got to be totally honest with you, I'm reflecting on it. I think it's something we need to consider. I think we need to think about whether... That
suggests reservations.
I think no, it's because it's not obviously part of our traditions, as I think Tim would say. It's not a part of our traditions here in England.
You wouldn't want a black lad getting a job just because I'm black.
That's right, because he would be undermining his or her own confidence in his or her own success and achievement, and there's all sorts of ramifications you've got to think through. But Bernard is, we've tried very hard to have a very, very active recruitment campaign from BAME groups, and what happened actually was we got a huge rush of people who were interested in the idea, but then it all, for one reason or another, the numbers fell away, and so we were left roughly where we were, and we're trying to dig into that, work out why that happened.
What will affect your judgment? How will you come to whatever your conclusion?
I think this would be a big change. I think we'll need to debate it. I think we'll need to have a proper conversation.
Debate with
London. Well, we'll talk around it with the Mayor's Office of Police and Crime. I imagine we'll have a consultation before we do such a thing. I mean, I don't think this is something that I'd want to just enter into at the drop of a hat.
Right, OK. Has the Deputy Mayor Greenhalgh given you the benefit of his views?
We've discussed it, but I don't think I need to go into the details of the discussion we've had so far.
It's on the table for discussion.
I can see, look, there's the potential of the idea is that it does seem to have worked in Northern Ireland. The downside is I think the one that possibly Tim is driving at, that you have whenever you have a positive discrimination move, you're inevitably going to set up certain problems of the kind that you've just described. So it just needs reflection.